Alright guys, Jamal116 back with another redstone creation. Once again, I got a little small one that I kind of like because it's kind of something new-ish. I mean, I built it a while ago, but it's kind of useful. Basically what I built is I built another kind of piston reel memory, as you can see, but what I've done differently is I've kind of oriented it differently so that it's a bit less like big, basically, so you can stack the numbers closer together, so you can like make a little better clock if you wanted to. I don't know, basically I premise it pretty simply. You push the button, it changes pretty quickly, 8, 9, and then obviously, of course, it changes down the next row as well, so now we're at 15 instead of 49, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, there's not really much to show with that, so I figured why not, we're going to do a tutorial. So without further ado, it's tutorial time. So for this build, you're going to want everything that's in my inventory now, except you don't really need the redstone torches, and you're going to want to have both sticky and regular pistons, though my OCD tells me that I can only have one in my inventory at a time. So basically, you're going to start, just put a sticky piston in like that with a block on top. Make sure that's a repeater, because this is going to be your input, I'm sorry. So when you put a button like this, you'll notice that when I do it, assuming I don't break that block, it makes a really short pulse. Now we're going to build the bases for our piston towers. So right now, until we add pistons, of course, it's going to look like a lot of floating redstone, but there will eventually be pistons there, so I'm not going insane, and I really wish I could stop breaking blocks right now. Things to notice is that that repeater and that repeater there are set to 3 ticks, and when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. Now, assuming that went cleanly, now it's time to put in your pistons. So you're basically going to want to switch to non-sticky pistons now, and you're going to want to start by putting one facing this way from that block there, and you're going to want to count 8 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to want to do the same on the other ones so that it looks like they can just continuously push a loop around. So we're going to count, well, come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so you'll notice this one looks like it can push, and that these pistons can push those blocks out like that. And you're just going to want to do that for the rest of the pistons. So I've gone ahead and built the other 2 piston towers out off camera, but if you want their orientations, they just look like that. And then when you're done, you should be able to build a 4x4 ring inside there. Now, we don't really need that right now, and it's just going to get in the way, but because what we're going to do now is we're going to build lines that go up to the rest of the piston tower. Now, this is done pretty simply. We're basically just going to do upside down half slabs that continuously go up, and I'm just going to take a little shortcut here by building. I like to, because these half slab towers are really annoying to build most of the time, so I'm just going to do that. And once you got that tower placed, you're just going to want to put redstone all along it like that, and you're just going to want to make sure that it hugs the inside of, or that like it kind of goes with the circle, except for this one out here with that one repeater that sticks out. That one's going to look different. So once again, I've gone ahead and built those off camera, though if you want to look once again, those 3 here, you'll notice, go right next to the circle, or the square in the middle. Sorry, I just kind of bumped my mic. And this one over here with that odd repeater sticking out goes out to the side so that the outputs can come out this way. Now, I'm just going to run a quick test here. You'll notice once again I've got that 4x4 loop, but I've got to cut out those corners, and I've got a redstone lamp there, so when I push the button, the redstone lamp should rotate like that. And make sure to do one more time, make sure it works. Alright, so obviously now all the piston towers are functioning, and they're all capable of rotating their respective line of blocks. So once again, I finished up my piston towers, or the blocks inside the pistons off camera. So it's pretty simple to build. Basically just take that one shape and just expand it all the way up and all the way down. Next part you're going to want to do, you're going to want to start building or putting your furnaces up. Now these are going to be for the outputs, because if you look here that I use comparators for the outputs. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your furnaces, and you're going to want to come here facing the one like piston tower that's kind of odd. And you're going to want to just put furnaces starting there in a stack, in like a kind of checkerboard kind of pattern like this. So they should look like that. And now what you're going to want to do then is to make sure the output can reach, you're going to want to fill each one with a 64 stack of whatever item you want. I like to do furnaces just because I think it's kind of funny that we have furnaces and furnaces. And once again, I'm going to finish that up off camera. Now, once all your furnaces are done, the only thing you have to do as far as inputs are, well, not the only thing, but basically the next step is get a comparator forgot about those. You basically just want to have comparators that go out like that so they can take an output from the furnaces. So I believe this one's NOS here, like that, and you're just going to want to keep going. Basically, when you're done at this point, every comparator should be on. And it should look something like this. Ta-da. Now, next part is going to be kind of tricky to explain because I've got to build this wires for the 7-segment display in the bottom there, or in the little space there. So I'm going to take a break real quick and look at it, but just know that right now what you want to do is you want to count 4 blocks out from the comparator there, and then you want to start building your 7-segment display so that this top segment up here is even with the third comparator there. So just build that. You don't need the brown wool. I just like to use it for contrast, but so just go ahead and build that so we can fill in the wires later. Alright, so once you've got that display built, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to build the one from the right side, then the left side first, or the right side first, and the left side, to show you how to build this thing. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to start at the top on the right side and build out 3, go down 1, so that it should lead right into the top segment up there. Then just put redstone dust on it. That should light up like that. Now for the other two, or for these ones, you're just going to want to build straight out with a repeater below it like that, so it looks like that. And then do basically the exact same thing with the other side, like this. So you should have something that looks like this. Now this one on the bottom, you're gonna want to go out here, then come through and do it like that. So at this point, it should look like some backwards C-shaped thing. Alright, so the next 3 are going to be a bit more tricky because I took up most of the space with these ones, but they are going to fit. Now I'm going to start on the second from the bottom here, and basically just going to want to come out like this, put a block there to stop interference, as well as blocks there to stop interference, and then just bring it over like that, and so it should light up like that. Now the middle one's simple as well. Just put blocks there to stop interference, and then another repeater below the line into the middle like that. Now this top one up here is slightly more tricky, because as you guessed, there's really not many places I can go. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a block like that, stop interference, redstone. Now you're going to put a block like this with a repeater, then that repeater is going to come through here, put redstone through like this, and then another repeater below it, like that. Now at this point you should have a full 8 lit up, and if you did it right, all your segments should have fit in there. Otherwise, try it again. Now, the thing you might be wondering is this thing down here is not actually a segment. This is the part that comes around and flashes whenever it's like carried to the next digit kind of thing. So just have that line go out somewhere around there for now. I can show you how to link it together later. Now this part I can't really show you in a video, because now what we have to do is we have to put the glass things here and stagger them and make the numbers look right. Now that's kind of tricky to show in a video because you got to kind of figure it out. So what I'm going to do is instead I'm going to build them outside here and just show them layer by layer, and they'll all be facing with this orientation. So the bottom of the picture will be the part with the comparators there, and obviously so you just build it exactly like you see it, and like layer 1 will be the bottom, layer 8 will be the top, and just build it up like that. And then assuming I took all my pictures right and everything, I'm gonna test it myself and then make sure all the numbers work. So yeah, I guess this is Jamal116, and I guess for now, signing out.